The Daily Mail. Exclusive. Doge uncovers farcical $2.3 million program training soldiers to speak and act in a DEI-friendly way. Yeah, here's your DEI-friendly way. I'm going to tell it to you right now. It's really simple. F and U. That's all you have to say to anybody who wants to be spoken to in a DEI-friendly manner. So this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to take a look at this article. The thing is I listen to NPR, they're just going off. They're going, oh my God, the government going after USAID. How dare they do that? They're just going after low-hanging fruit. They just want to get their foot in the door to tear down the rest of the government programs. But I'm like, why are you complaining about this? Do you want money going to this garbage? Of course you do if you're woke, right? You do want the money going into, oh, you got to speak to me in a specific way. I want all of our military members, every single one of them, to feel as if they are being spoken down to every moment of every day. Speak to them in a DI-friendly manner. Don't be respectful of them when you're talking to them. It doesn't matter. They're there to do a job, and that job is to kill as many enemies as possible. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's what the military's for. Why people are complaining that we're uncovering these garbage programs, I don't, it doesn't make sense. Everybody should be like, yeah, where do I want my tax dollars going? Do I want it going into some junk that doesn't need to be dealt with by the government at all? Or dealt with by anybody at all in this case? But here we are. Now, before we go into this article, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed. YouTube doesn't subscribe people. You can find me on Rumble and on Twitter. Actually, let's see here. Can we watch this video?
Our program is an opportunity to have a difficult conversation when it comes to DEIA. There is an avatar, and behind that avatar, there is a trained individual who is going to have the conversation. He or she will be able to either elevate the difficulty of the conversation or back down and understand. The time that we're living in is we have conversations that are difficult, specifically dealing with people or differences of opinions. It's important for us as individuals and leaders and service members to have these conversations and allow us to practice having these conversations that are often very difficult to have. This is for airmen, this is for guardians, this is for civilians of all ranks enlisted and officer. I've programmed...
Okay, this person's an idiot here. I don't know, let me see. What is going on with this avatar too? Why do we have to have an avatar doing this? It doesn't make sense to me. Why can't you just have a sit down with somebody and be like, hey, this is how you have to talk to people? But we're not doing that. And the fact that you have to have a sit down and be like, hey, don't talk to people this way, don't talk to people that way, talk to them this way, is ridiculous. Use English in an efficient manner and then get the job done. That's all I care about. I don't care if you say something that somebody finds insulting, because you know what? All the time people say things that other people find insulting. I'll tell you a little story here. When the pandemic was going on, I was teaching online exclusively. Like, all the schools were shut down across California. You weren't allowed to go into the classroom, so everything was taught over Zoom. And I had a student show up late once. I'm like, yes, John is here. All right, yeah. And he's like, stop it. I know what you're doing. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know you're being sarcastic. You're just calling me out. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm actually excited that you're here. Do you think I want to sit here talking to myself? No, I want to talk to a room full of students. So people get offended over stupid crap all of the damn time. People get offended over saying hi. Remember the famous video here?
I don't give a fuck. You don't say hello to me. You thought, oh, she a cute little black chick. I'm gonna say, don't fucking say shit to me, bitch.
So anyway, into the article here. Elon Musk's Doge has terminated a multi-million-dollar virtual reality project that taught soldiers how to have difficult conversations. The Air Force and Space Force were doling out millions for a training program not to better enhance soldiers' fighting capabilities, but to help grow inclusive-minded leaders. Yeah, just what I want. I want my leaders to be inclusively minded. That's not important in the military. If you wear the uniform, I'm going to call you sir or ma'am, depending on what your gender is. There's only two. If you don't like that, then don't join the military. It was a priority for military officials under former President Joe Biden to address unconscious bias in the military ranks and create a more inclusive force, according to a White House memo. Of course, it was Joe Biden's idea. That guy. The Air Force's Air Education and Training Command handed out a staggering $2.3 million contract to create a virtual reality experience where soldiers would deal with an avatar that would help them speak and act in a DEI-friendly way. This program allows the participants to have a conversation that are both realistic and difficult. An Air Force soldier wrote alongside a video testimonial. It uses a virtual avatar that are controlled by trained actors. Why not just have the actors? Like I said, It is just another way that the Air and Space Force are innovating and staying one step ahead of a time when we have difficult conversations, the soldier continued. But that project cut directly against Donald Trump's executive order to eliminate DEI programs. So Musk's Doge canceled the initiative. I'm crying, shedding tears of joy. Doge has canceled a $2.3 million contract with the Air Force's University for the Profession of Arms Center of Excellence Unconscious Bias Mixed Reality Service, a senior White House official revealed to Daily Mail. Live is an acronym. I don't know what it stands for. I think it has it in the article here. Live's VR experience provides dynamic decision-making moments aimed at growing inclusive leaders, according to the military sites touting it. The Pro-DEI program was used during the Air Education and Training Command Squadron Leadership Course, January 26, 2023. This is the Live. It stands for Leading Inclusively Virtual Experience, or LIVE program, is a modernized learning tool that consists of a mixed virtual reality experience that uses a combination of interactive scenarios with authentic real-time dialogue to challenge individuals to engage in difficult diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility conversations. So this is now DEIA. There's an extra letter on there. I wonder if it's going to be like LGBTQ. It used to be like LGB, and then it was LGBT, and now it's LGBTQAI+. The cancellation of the $2.3 million contract was exclusively previewed Monday on the Daily Mail. According to a press release on the program, the Leading Inclusively Virtual Experience program used virtual reality to challenge individuals to engage in difficult diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility conversations. As soldiers interacted with this DEI avatar, a room full of their colleagues would watch as the participant navigated difficult conversations. The avatar was controlled by an actor who would challenge the participant with tough topics, presumably relating to race, gender, age, and sexual orientation. Literature produced by the Air Force to tout the program noted how soldiers who participated in the LIVE program were venturing into a brave space. Oh, a brave space. I'm surprised they don't have like an acronym for brave or something. That would make more sense to me, because I don't see it as entering a brave space for me to have a conversation with another human being. I don't see as it being brave for me to take on the delusion of another human being who thinks that they are not the gender that they were born as, or who thinks that there's more than two genders. All right? It doesn't make sense to me, but what do I know? I just complain on the internet. When you participate in a live session, you immerse yourself in a safe but brave space to practice addressing exclusion using realistic scenarios based on airman and guardian experiences. The brochure on the invitation initiative states, when entering a brave space, airmen and guardians accept a level of discomfort when discussing personal perspectives and experiences, but know they are safe to share because the respect and dignity given by their fellow airmen and guardians, the pamphlet added. If selected, soldiers would attend a 3-day course funded by the Secretary of Air Force Diversity and Inclusion Office at Air University's Eaker Center in Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama. The program grew year over year and included new participants. Just what we need. These people are being selected. They're not volunteering to go in this, right? This is what it says right here, if selected. So I'm assuming they're being selected, but man, this is enough to make me want to quit the military if I had to do this stuff. It's just like when I have to do the harassment training at my work. It's so freaking stupid and obviously racist and sexist. But I mean, these companies, they have to do that. My company has to do this to avoid lawsuits. And there might be legislation, actually, that they have to do this for whatever reason. Or if you have a company over 100 employees or something, you have to have these trainings. In 2022, there were 3 live courses that instructed 52 participants in the Air Force. There was only 3 of these courses, and yet somehow this is a $2.3 million program. Okay, the next year in 2023, the program held 8 courses that trained 160 participants. So we have this image right here. Elon Musk has been tasked by Trump to slash government waste. A senior White House official revealed that Musk's Doge recently canceled the live program's contract. Great. I don't think that Doge did that. Does Doge have the power to do that? Or is it the Doge just is tasked with looking into all these different programs, and then he's bringing them to the attention of Donald Trump, who's canceling them? Wow, down here it says participants who took the program said it helped them. Look how far we've fallen. These programs are not helpful. They're stupid. A Pentagon spokesman suggested Daily Mail reach out to the Air Force and Space Force for comment. However, the Air and Space Force did not immediately respond to Daily Mail's request for comment. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. The live program's cancellation comes weeks after Trump ordered all federal employees in DEI roles get placed on paid leave. They should get placed on unpaid leave so you can find a place for them. And if not, then, well, just don't make any more money. It's that simple. And Trump's executive order titled Ending Radical and Wasteful Government DEI Programs and Preferencing the and Initial Recessions of Harmful Executive Orders and Actions. Okay, that's a mouthful. I'm sorry that I stumbled through that, but really, do we have to have that? Reverse the DEI executive order enacted by President Biden on his first day in office 4 years ago. President Biden believes that gender identity should not be a bar to military service and that America's strength is found in its diversity. A 2021 release from the White House said, yeah, diversity is not really that much of a strength. It might help in some cases. I can see that. But typically, you don't want to have things be all that diverse. You want them to be homogenous. They usually work better. They're usually stronger the more homogenous they are. America is stronger at home and around the world when it is inclusive, it continued. Oh, really? You have proof of that? Oh, is that the end of it? That's just the end of it. It just stops right there. What a weird little article. We have comments down here. Show more comments. Let's see if there's anything down here. So what says, abolish income tax and roll out a flat 10% consumption tax that will put an end to this corruption and then codify it into law so the consumption tax can never be raised above 10%. Yeah, so that's not going to happen. And you say it right in your comment there because of the corruption. There's also the economic impact it would have. If you had a 10% consumption tax, you put accountants, all accountants, out of business. All accounting firms across the whole country, gone. I mean, that would make the tax code simple, and that's what it probably should be, something really simple so that anybody can do their taxes at home. But you got the corruption, and you're going to put a lot of people out of business, so it's going to hurt things. Tucson Snowbird said, I served in the Air Force for 21 years and retired as a lieutenant colonel in 1991. I never felt anything but pride of my employer. Today, I felt shame as I read this article. Yeah, and you should feel shame. DEI is not diverse. It's not equitable. It's not inclusive. It is the opposite of those things. Yes, it is. Thank you. Spot check Billy. You see, and then we have BP Knight 1959. So far, Doge has only been picking the low-hanging fruit of DEI in government agencies. Can't wait until they reach the higher limbs of wasteful spending. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they uncover as far as this corruption is concerned. If there is any like serious misappropriation of funds. I mean, so far they're uncovering stuff that's going to these BS programs that don't matter. Why am I spending my tax dollars on stuff that I don't need? This was brought to the fore in this movie Dave. Have you ever seen the movie Dave? It's kind of old now, but it was brought up in that film. They had like the whole scene about it, whole sequence of scenes, I think, about it. So, I mean, it's a good movie. It might be worth watching, but anyway, I'm glad that things are changing, that we see like these big sweeping changes in the government. We are not doing our same old traditional garbage that doesn't really make any sense that we would keep doing. Whether you like Trump or not, at least he's in there trying to make changes happen. And Biden threw the border wide open. Ridiculous and stupid thing to do. And now Trump has closed it down again. Hopefully everything gets back to being rational. So far, that's what I've seen him trying to do, is make rational decisions about how the country is governed and run. I don't know what to tell you guys. You don't have to like him. You don't have to have had voted for him. But this is what I see the changes are right now. I'm sure that there's stuff that's behind the scenes that I don't know about that is bad. Not going to deny that. Probably is. But at the same time, at least he's attacking what seems to be the overarching bad stuff in the country. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I do appreciate it, everybody stopping by and supporting my channel. I'll see you in the next video.